All right, everybody, we are live here at the House of Hotrods with our very own Chris Linn. You've seen him in some videos before on going live. So as you can tell, Erin is not here today. She got suspended for a week after breaking the hot rod last week. So she's suspended this week, but no, just kidding. Anyway, now we're here with Chris. And Chris, how long have you been a mechanic here at House Hot Rods?
I've been here about 4.5 years.
Awesome.
And I've been doing this my whole life.
Awesome. So what kind of got you started in vehicles and hot rods and all that good stuff?
You know, when I was a kid, my dad had a '69 Nova, and it was cool. It was loud. It was, you know, we would go out and he'd, you know, kind of, you know, show me the ropes of how to, you know, going out and hot rodding and that kind of thing. Working on it, I'd sit on the fender when he's tinkering with the carburetor, and I think that's the way it is with everybody here. We started out from humble beginnings. We built a carburetor on the side of the road. We've fixed our own cars because we didn't have new cars, and that's part of the special breed that makes a hot rodder. It's the guys that have been in the depths and have done all this and that think outside of the box enough to make it work when it wasn't supposed to in the first place.
Yeah. So what's been your favorite build here at House Hot Rods so far? I know there's probably a lot, but
yeah, God, they're like kids. We built a '59 Mercedes SL 190, and it had a Ford small block power plant in it, a 5-speed. It was, you know, a 4-link rear end. It was all just, I mean, just a beautiful car. It turned out immaculate, and it drove nice, and everything about it just worked great. And I can't take credit for building the whole car. I finished it. I did all the mechanical, plumbing, and electrical, and engine work, and that kind of thing. But this is like a family. You know, nobody takes credit for building a whole car. We all, you know, kind of have our own piece in it. You know, the bodywork guys do their paint, interior guys, and we need help on some things we're not as good with, and you know, we all just kind of jump in and get it done.
Yeah. Well, that's the cool thing about House Hot Rods is everything we do, it's done here on our campus.
Yeah, done here in house.
Yeah. Cool, man. So, what would you say kind of your specialty is? What is your main thing that when you're working on something you see, you're like, oh, I'm going to do that, or your favorite thing to do?
I don't know if it's my favorite thing to do. My background's in electronics engineering.
Okay.
So wiring is kind of a specialty to me. Anything mechanical, engines, suspension, tubing, all that kind of stuff, I think I'm pretty good at. The big separation here in the shop is we have fabricators and mechanics. Mechanics can do some fabrication, and the fabricators can do some mechanical, but I think us mechanics were not as, I don't know, artistic as some of the fabricators are to come up with some of the wild ideas that they do.
Yeah.
You know, I can melt some metal, but you know, making it look as pretty as some of the things they do, there's some big differences. But we help each other. That's what makes it.
I don't know, man. Great. With all those different colors of wires and bundles and everything, it looks pretty artsy. So
it can be, and all that stuff gets hidden and you never see it.
Yeah.
It's all the stuff that we spend all that time on that you never see, that nothing would work without it.
Yeah, for sure. So, Chris, what are you working on here today?
This is a 55 Chevy pickup truck, and it's on an 85 Silverado chassis. They make kits for these chassis mounts and that kind of thing, so you can have modern suspension and, you know, really kind of everything a newer truck would have.
Yeah.
And you know, between full builds, it's not all we do. We have, you know, some oil leaks here and there, some bad components. Maybe they want to upgrade the power steering, or they want to change some things, or add AC. Or maybe their brother-in-law did something in the backyard 15 years ago he's not proud of.
Yeah.
So that's what we do. We take care of that stuff and get them on the road, and you know, make it something dependable. They can jump in and drive and not have to worry about it.
Absolutely. Well, cool, man. Well, Chris, I appreciate it. Spending some time with us today, talking about your background, House Hot Rods here. So, anything else you want to say?
No. Hey, do a burnout.
That's right. Hey, I agree. Maybe next week. You know, that's what. Stay tuned. Next week, Bo unfortunately is out today, but next week we've been talking about some special things. So stay tuned, and we'll see you next week.